So for me, I was like, okay, so you have stopped staying with your wife, you've come to stay with me. So we are not going to be two. And he said, no, we are not going to be two. I think the life I've spent with her is enough. Now we want to begin a new journey with you.
Helen fell in love with a married man a decade ago. Young and naive, she adored his company so much that within just a few days, she was willing to do anything for him. That was the moment she unknowingly trapped herself in a polygamous relationship, one that would cost her 10 years of her life.
So now this guy comes in very mature. He understands everything. Before I cough, everything has been done.
When a man breaks his marriage for another woman, we almost always blame the woman, because how could she be the one to break another woman's marriage? But have you ever stopped to wonder what makes a woman agree to become the other woman? Have you ever thought about the kind of life she leads when she becomes the second wife? Most of us don't bother to ask these questions, but they exist, and so do their answers.
We could go to church together, we could do our things together, just like any other marriage. And yeah, deep inside, that gap that you feel you lack sense of ownership over this person.
Today, Helen is going to give us a rare glimpse into such a relationship. How did she end up in it? What went wrong that led her to walk away? And what about the children?
It was not just in vain. I'm still grateful about it.
Before we dive into the video, here's a quick disclaimer. Brace yourself, because what you're about to witness is a kind of relationship math you've probably never heard of before.
Hello, my name is Helen Anindo, but people love call me Helen Nath. Yeah, I'm a mother of 3 lovely boys. I'm born again. I love God so much. I'm a single mom, and I can say that I became a single mom because of the situation that I was in. Yeah, so, when you finish your high school and you come to Nairobi, many people, they move to the city to try to better their life and all that. At that tender age, when you're still young, you want to explore life and everything. So in my up and down, just trying to explore, of course, my brother welcomed me to the city. He did all that he can, and I'm forever grateful to him because of the effort and the role that he played in my life. Down the line, I got a job. I worked somewhere, and in the process, that work relationship, you meet people, opposite sex, some are married, some are not. So you're still there discovering your life. And every other woman would want to have a good life. And as women love attention, we love people who can take care of us, someone who's caring, someone who knows when you're happy, when you're not happy. That person who just comes in and tries to gap in a gap that you cannot gap in by yourself. So by then I was working, and then there's a good friend that we met. And we became to be friends. We are so close, like someone you could look up to as a mentor, and you would reach out, tell him some of the issues you're facing in relationships, Yeah, so our relationship grew so close in a way that we couldn't go a day without talking. By then he was married, but now I'm here trying to discover myself, though I had 1 child by then. So we continued with the relationship, friendship, basically, and all that. He was there to provide, a good friend. Like I was saying, these are God sent. Yeah, so he provided for me, for my son. By that time I had 1 son, and I could reach out. He could pay my bills. Sometimes when I'm stuck, he could come in, chip in food and everything, but no strings attached. That's good friends and all that. Yeah, so later on our relationship grew tight, and it came to a time now, things have to, he confessed, because he also having some challenges in this marriage. So he opened up and told me some of the challenges they were going through. And I could tell myself, oh, why would a good person like this one have such, And because you're young and you are getting some help here and there, you don't go to dig deeper and ask questions. And I think that's what many girls do when they are in their comfort zone. You forget about any other person and just think about yourself. Am I able to eat? Are my bills being paid? You forget to find out, digging deeper, the background check of this person for real. Who is this person that I'm getting entangled with? Yeah, so that was my case by then, being that I was frustrated in relationship before. So now this guy comes in very mature. He understands everything. Before I cough, everything has been done, So I said, and he's suffering. Someone is taking advantage of him. Someone is misusing her in the name of marriage. So when he came out and things happened, now we became lovers and all that. I couldn't say no. I couldn't resist because where do I start from again? He has established me. He has done some things for me. He's been always there for me. All my free time we are spending together. So it was hard for me to resist. And then number two, I think because of the age bracket, it was hard for me to ask some deeper, serious questions like I can face someone today and want to know more about this person that I'm getting into.
In love, you want to believe in your partner so desperately that you silence your inner voice until it stops speaking to you altogether.
So later on, we now move together. The wife finds out we are in a relationship. She tried to separate us. So initially it was easy because I could understand her and we were on a good platform. So we break up, but after some time we come back together again. So later on, I find myself now, I'm pregnant for him. So I can't now come out. Things have happened. I've given the woman a chance to reconcile with the husband. They're still fighting. They're all having their own issues. And now I'm listening to just one side of the story, of which she was talking negative about the wife, the way she mistreats and all that, the way she's malicious, the way she's all those nasty things. And I could sympathize with him because now before him I was seeing a full post person who's very mature, intelligent, knows what to do, caring. Yeah, you can tell if he's taking care of me like this and I'm just a somebody. What about the wife? What else do people want? Sometimes they ask, what else do people want? So you'll ask yourself, what else do people want? You have someone like this and you're forced to have that kind. Yeah, so many things are led to that. And I can't say by then he was a bad person or what. No, he was there for me and he was willing to do now when things escalated, I'm pregnant, he had to bring his people. The mother came in, the brothers, the sisters, they came to know who is this lady now. So I also took him to my people because I told him I would not. And we love creating our own, how do I say, cocoon kind of life. This is what I think and this is what is the reality. So for me, I was like, okay, so you have stopped staying with your wife, you've come to stay with me. So we are not going to be two. And he said, no, you are not going to be two. I think the life I've spent with her is enough. Now we want to begin a new journey with you. So I didn't know there are formalities to that to observe and all that. Just because when you're in love, if you're so blinded, you don't even hear some things. So later on, I was like, okay, after all, I'm not getting in a polygamous. Now build my own understanding. I'm not getting in a polygamous. This person has left the wife. Now we are. So when I went home, I told my people, you know what? Yes, he was married, but they are no longer together. So it's us. So I took him to my people. We did the introduction and everything was okay from there. And we began to stay like a husband and wife. Yeah, so we stayed. We got our first child now with him. Now to me, that was the second born.
Anyone listening to you might wonder, how can you live like husband and wife without actually getting married? But the truth is, such cases are more common than you'd think. Often, after ending a marriage, some men avoid the topic of marriage altogether, using it as an excuse to maintain multiple relationships without commitment.
And many people, I think for me, for humble beginning, how to begin from Kayole. There's just something with Kayole beginning humble. So we began from there. So from zero and all that, we grew gradually and all that. Yeah, but there were red flags and I tell myself, no, maybe it's because I'm pregnant. Because now I remember when I conceived, he asked me, how sure am I the pregnancy is mine? I've stayed with my wife over 20 years. She didn't give me a child. So how sure am I this one is yours? We've just stayed for some very short time. So I could, if that question could have come to my mind now, to me it was a red flag to run for my life. Because I was like, why would you ask me such a question? So I decided to give him time and the baby was born. the baby resembled him, everything and all that. And deep inside my heart, I knew I have not like engaged in another relationship. Yeah, so it wasn't an easy time during that pregnancy. But then things went on. The baby was born. We continued our life. It was just a normal marriage, couple life. We could go to church together. We could do our things together, just like any other marriage. And yeah, deep inside, I know most girls, because I've shared with many girls about it, who have been in the same shoe, and they can attest. There's that gap that you feel you lack sense of ownership over this person. No matter how you try to lie to yourself that you are complete and everything is okay, he's yours. Even would we take his name and add to your name by force, you call yourself Mrs. So and so, you do what, you do some photos and shares on social media, my hubby and I, blah blah and all that. Deep inside there's that gap, there's that emptiness that says this person is not yours, and you could feel it. And because I thought it was me alone, but when I related with many people, they tell you, yeah, even though we are married and all that, I usually feel that sense of, it's like I'm stealing this person, and the sense of insecurity is so high that you think the way he got you, he will get another person, or he might even think about going to there. So you want to try to do everything. Actually, it's a very hard assignment. I wouldn't want anybody to go through it, because you want to do everything to please this person so that he can't think about going back. Number 2, getting another party. So every time I want to find out, what does he love? Like, I could know he loves some good food, so I could make sure I'm on my toes making some good food. Then he doesn't love noise. Oh, okay, you don't want a woman to make noise to you. If I don't make any noise to you, not. So I could try to make a quiet home, even when things like, you feel suffocated by things and everything. You don't want to make noise, because now one of the reasons why he's run away from a noisy person. So you check, whenever you're having some good time, you find out, what don't you like? He could speak out, oh, that man was disrespectful, blah 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 blah, he did not respect my people, he didn't have shit, blah, and all that. So you're not checking now, and what were you doing to trigger this person to be noisy, or to. So you just think, you listen to one side of the story, and that is what you put on the table. So all along, I could try, my early years in that marriage, I could try to just give him what he's looking for. A peaceful home, a comfortable home. One of the reasons was also children. I want children. I think I've proven I'm fertile, I can give birth, so I gave him a son. And also, you try to be there, but it's a very hard assignment. I'm telling you, Mr. Serego, it's very hard, because now you have to be on your toes, protecting him, checking over in his phone. When did they last talk? What did they talk about? When he goes out, you want to find out, like, every time, where are you? What are you doing? You feel like if he's running later to work, could he have gone back there?
In such an unconventional relationship, fear overshadows love and ends up staying with you.
But in real sense, if you do your due diligence, you'll find out this guy has never left the marriage. You're just too in it. It's only that he wants to give you, because I think those men, they also study what women want, what this, let me say, strange women want. You just want to hear this side of the story, so that's what I'll be giving you. So he could build that wall between us and make sure I get my own dose of the story, and I think the other party, she could get her own. So around 2018, I think that's when my eyes begin to open and feel like there's something in me that I feel is blank. But what do I do? How do I go about it? Then now, during COVID, I could not resist. Like, I could feel clearly I'm on the wrong track. I thought about myself and all that. So, and then many times when you have a child, when you've gotten a child outside the marriage, you tend to be desperate. Sometimes it happens, especially when you're still young. Because now I was there with my son. I'm wondering who will ever marry me with a child. And then this somebody is coming there very comfortably, filling in the father figure in the life of this kid, doing everything, taking my son on holidays and all that. So I could see this a God-sent person.
Every toxic relationship has that one epiphanic moment. You just need the courage to see it for what it is.
And then I remember there was a Spirit of God that just ministered to me when we began staying with this man. We had gone to sleep, and then it was a very clear voice. I can't say that I can forget about it, because the voice was like, this life you've chosen to live is not good. I want you to help girls outside there, but you cannot help them when you're in this relationship. So when I had that voice on that particular day, there was a very close relative of mine who had booked a counselor with me, another lady, to just counsel me and tell me what you're entering yourself in. It's a big mess. So I told myself, those are things that come in sleep because of the actions of the day or the activities. So probably the Spirit was just speaking to me because of what I had with that lady. So I didn't give it, but that voice never left me. Like it could remind me. It was so clear with me even 10 years down the line. So I thought about myself, and I was like, I think I need to do something, but I didn't know how. Because here I have 3 boys. I've been this married for 10 years. I don't know how to come out. Our life entirely relies on this person for provision, everything and all that. We have even now begun to do some projects together to just make sure our kids are comfortable and everything. Yeah, so you don't know how to come out of it. Before the society, we are the best. When you go out, and this guy really, I think there's something that we women love to. I beg that men could just understand and do to their people. Like he could really know who this person is. I would really love that attention bit, to be sure I am loved, I'm taken care of. So whenever we're in the public, he could give me the best. Not that we didn't have our faults and everything, but he could come open the door for me, the car door for me. Before he sits, he'll pull the chair for me. When you're going to church, he'll carry my handbag, such kind. And I could feel comfortable. And I said it's good. Now this mature person understands me. I used to call him daddy, because to him I could see a father figure, So I could see someone who was my father was there, but I could feel actually that was the time I could feel when we were growing up, I missed that fatherly bit of my life, because now my father was a polygamist.
During those 10 years you were with him, did his first wife ever try to come back into the picture?
Yeah, she was there. Actually, I can say she was a fighter. For her, she understood her marriage. She understood this was a marriage that God gave her. That one I can say for sure, because after some time I could now do some study and understand. She knew she was not in that marriage because of the man, but because of God who put them together. That is now in my understanding, because all along she was there. She could fight for the marriage. Yeah, so initially she was friendly, and she could reach out to me in a friendly way, and she could I will hold your hand, I will do what and all that. But later on, when she knew now I think she came to understanding this thing has gone so deep, these people disconnecting, it's not easy. So now at some point she became radical, and she could throw some insults. So when the insults came, could also ask the man, why is she sending insults and all that? And now, because he wants to tint a dirty image about her, he will speak about the weakness of this person. So now when I'm reiterating to the insults, I will just speak one weakness and share with her my message to her. So there was no good a swift stay between me and him. There was no time we could meet, but we could throw. So for instance, if we were going to his home, she could go there when I'm not there. She could visit the people when I'm not there. But when I'm going there, this man will try to block and make sure she's not in the picture. So we're just playing hide and seek between us, And I think at some point, now a mother who was never understand kids come from God, telling your mom, I've gotten a woman and now she has given me a child, she's my mother. Of course, you'll run to this woman, So the mother loved me so much until the time she passed on. I also loved her because she never gave me hard time to stay in that home. They were always there for me. They were on my side all the time. You could feel the whole family is on my side and against him. No, why is she still go? Sometimes I could tell him, your brother is still going to the first wife, So sometimes he hides himself. He goes there. You will get the communication in the phone later. You find out they are doing some things together, And now you want to vent out. You talk to the people. And they were like, why is he still going there? What was he looking for and all that? And they could even tell him. But I think he was also trying to be, this woman has not this is the woman that, I think he could also understand this is the woman that, this is the covenant woman. But because of the situation, now I'm with this one. So trying to love both of us and all that, I don't know how he could do it because he was good at that, to make sure both of us just dance along his music and all that. Yeah, so there were some issues here and there. It wasn't an easy stay. And you could live like you're stealing something, someone, some things. You want to do some projects, like you wanted to do some projects back at his home. But now we want to find out, where is she? Could she show up? Such kind. Yeah, you don't get that sense of ownership, like completely you want to dominate somewhere and be like any other person who's married in a family. So there was that kind of a barrier. Yeah.
Living in a relationship like that can leave lasting scars that stay with you for a long time. Many women truly believe that a lavish life is only possible with a married man. What do you think about this mindset?
It's a lie, and it's an act of laziness. Actually, that's what I come to realize. If you want to go to the best hotel, you can take yourself to the best hotel. Or are there hotels where they say you can't enter unless you're married or you have a rich man or something? No, I have come to realize that God has given all of us the capacity to live the life that we want to live to the fullness. And there are consequences of our choices. So, dating a married man, you need to ask yourself, if this man can afford to leave his wife and children just to follow you, the same man is capable of leaving you to follow another person. Because whatever he's telling you about the first wife, it could be true, yeah, they could be having some challenges in marriage, but that does not give this person a passport to come out of the marriage and now start having affairs. And what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. It will come to you. And I shall give my example. Even I, who was there, I thought like I've made this man all that he wanted and now you're okay. But now there were cheating cases. You could find some messages, funny messages from other guys, and you're like, okay, I thought this person knows what he wanted and all that. So no man will leave his wife for you and expect that you live there to be the angel to this man's life. No. And then number two, what do you get out of those expensive hotels? Why would I waste my destiny overnight to go? Probably this man is sick. Because any man who's doing that, he has a target. So I usually tell girls to be sensitive. You have seen the way these girls' bodies have been found everywhere, mutilated and everything. It's because of that. Find out why am I throwing my life to this man just because of a night? Then he gives me like 50 G's, 100 G's, but then I'm found in a box, So girls need to work hard. We've been all given, God gives people the mind to create wealth. If you want good life, you can have it. And if you don't get it, appreciate what you have. But now when you look at it, you can legally say, I have attained this through my hard work. It's good to take accountable of what you have. But if I can have iPhone, but I know this somebody denied his child's school fees to buy this iPhone for me, this somebody lied to the wife about this to give me this car. And when things happen, you've seen them, they come for their cars. Yeah, you've seen them all over. This man, when their things don't work out, they come for the car. They're not stupid. They give you the car, but they return with they hold the whole logbook. So when things happen, go haywire, they just come for their car. The devil will not give you something for free. That's something for sure.
Very well put. But you've been in a deeply complicated relationship. Things weren't exactly as they seemed from the outside. Still, did it ever cross your mind to apologize to his first wife?
Yeah, I did. I did talk to her. So I talked to the lady after some time. We talked, we had a phone call conversation, a very long one. And as we speak now, they are united. They are back together. They are staying together. Something that gives me joy. All the days of my life, when I go to sleep in my bed, I know I'm sleeping a peaceful woman because no one is crying tears because of me. Because I came to realize those tears are very expensive. They'll cost somebody's life. So I'm like now, I can sleep peacefully knowing that there's no one crying tears over my life. There's no one I feel like, maybe these wrong things, like maybe you've other people, but something to do with a covenant that God was involved. I thank God because he was able to take me out of there. And I can say that I reached out to the woman. Yeah, initially she had those you probably just cloud chasing or something and all that. But I told her, you watch the space. So later on, I think she came to realize, no, this woman, I think God indeed called her. So they are back together. I thank God for that. And I apologized. Though she wanted us to meet and so that I can have one-on-one, but I didn't feel a breakthrough. I just told her, take my word serious. I can't go to the public to share this, not because of any other thing.
When you're with someone you once loved, no matter what wrongs they commit, it's always hard to walk away. How did you find the strength to get out of that kind of relationship?
Probably there's a lady I'm working with, she's in Nigeria. She was asking me, I'm not stable. Can I wait? I gather some money from this man so that I can walk out. That is not the case. If you want to come out like Abraham. I love the Abrahamic call, because when God told him, disconnect from your people, everything and all that, just go. You don't know where you're going, but you are trusting the person leading you. So for me, I was like, I don't know where I'm going, because for real, I didn't know how tomorrow will look like. This man had gapped everything in my life. Even I didn't know how to feed, to recharge token. I didn't know that token is being recharged after some time. So now we were in blackout and I'm wondering, what's next? So you are living that kind of life to come to a life whereby now they're asking, Mommy, we don't have token, we don't have this is finished, we need to pay blah, blah, and all that. But God taught me. The Holy Spirit could lead me and teach me. So in all, God leads people. Yeah, so I would my voice is to that girl who's trying to destroy someone's home to make herself comfortable. It will not last long. And sometimes it ends to death. So you wouldn't want to cut your life short when your destiny is great. Every one of us has a great destiny. We are destined for greatness, but the enemy tries to fight it. But the moment you decide, say, enough is enough, I shall tell them, tell God, even mention me in your prayers. You helped Helen to come out. You can also help me. God will make it out. And because one reason I know God was involved in it has been initially we used to have issues with him about the kids and all that, and he thought I was bewitched, and he thought and all that I'm not in my mind, but I knew very well where I was. So I prayed one prayer to God just to calm him and allow me stay with the children, because there's a way I want my children to be brought up. So that is one thing that God has really helped, because now there is peace between me and his family and him. Even when you talk over the phone, it's in regards to the children, but now there are no fights. If he wants to have the children, just call, how are you? Can I pick the children over the weekend and all that? He comes take the children wherever they want, and then he'll bring them back at his own. So I find him not stressing me. Now he understood very well. And he told me, indeed, God told you to do this. I have nothing to object about it. I let you go. I released it. That day he released me, and they could feel like he has released me. And he prayed for the children, that God will protect you and be with you. So that's when I understand, oh God, so you're even fighting for me for this. So don't you be scared that this man will come after your life because you've left them. No. In fact, God will silence them. The way he silenced Pharaoh to allow the children of Israel to come. That's the same thing God will do for you.
Faith is like a bird with feathers, and it has truly liberated Helen. It's heartening to see her now in such a comfortable space. Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, so I don't look back at my story as a regret, because God wanted to use it maybe to help someone else. But I wouldn't want a girl to get to where I went. Imagine wasting 10 years of your time. 10 years of your time in a wrong marriage, and you know how time flies. Probably I could be established, if I could have listened to people and the voice God was speaking, I could be established in a godly marriage. I could be, I don't regret, because I know it's not late with my God, but I know if I could have listened. That's why I don't want any girl to get there. Don't wait for you to be there, spend another 10 years, then now you start coming out. No, there's no time for that. Just learn from my mistakes and work it on the right way. And let nobody deceive you that there are scarce men here. No. There are scarce men who are godly, but God can give you one of them. Those remnants, God can give to that girl who desires to have one.
You're on a unique journey now. Would you like to share anything about it?
So after people came to realize what I made and the decision I took, I'm having over 200 girls that we are working with. We have a WhatsApp group. We usually meet to encourage one another, not necessarily those who have disconnected, but those who are in their marriage where they are the victims. But now they are looking for ways on how to heal and come out forgive their spouses because now they are living with bitterness and all that. So it's a mixed group, and there are those in those group who will just want to learn so that when the time comes to get married, they do the right thing. There are those in domestic violence. They are in brutal relationships, but they can't come out because of some reasons. So my cry to God and even to people who might be touched by helping, because I'm telling you, single women have been looked down. They are the most trodden people. Like, you feel like, even just speaking before people, especially most of them, they share with me, and they're like, even in church, people don't want even, you can't even say hi to someone. So single women are really struggling, because sometimes you go through some struggles. I can't say that I've been the strong one here. Sometimes you fight on your own. You are the decision maker. You are everything and all that. If you try to go look for some help from something, people think like now you want the husband or so. And then many men, when they walk away, they become so irresponsible, leaving these women with. So in my team, I have people who are going through that. They're single women. They have children, they're schooling. Like the other day, I even have them in my message. We contributed to a lady who didn't have food. She just needs some money to start business. And this is the family she knows. This team now, this platform, it's called Marriage Designed by God. Even on the YouTube, we've not done so much activities because we are trusting God even for funds to reach out. Because now you see, even bring those counselors to come and speak to these people, you need to pay. Holding those seminars, it's expensive, because the last one, like the one we did in April, it cost us over 50,000. And you need that money because you want these people to come together and learn. If it's dealing with forgiveness, how do I forgive? It's not a one-day thing. It's a process. So sometimes funding the whole thing, to me, it's overwhelming. In as much as I want to do, like we're having another one in April, whereby I just want these girls to go and pour out, cry, jump, play, have fun, and some good food, they go home. It still needs some good money. So then I've been also having the burden of coming up with a center, whereby, because sometimes these women, someone is staying in a wrong marriage because she doesn't know where to go. So she's asking, you cannot accommodate them in your house, all of them, because I also have my children here. So they want somewhere they can come, just sit, a quiet place, think about their life, think about what they want, and are they not able to pick their pieces? But someone asked, where will I stay? He's the one paying my rent. So I'm trusting God to get some fund and just come up with a home whereby they can just come and stay, sober up their mind, go through some counseling, and then probably, if God permits, Jesus Christ starts to come back, we can have some projects. Like now we start training them on how to do things like baking, so doing the machine work, things that they can do and go out there and make some money so that they can stand on their own. Just to empower a woman to know that I can live without married man and be on my own and trust God for my own. So that is the burden I'm having, just coming up with that center to bring these people together, learn about things to do with marriage, because many people, even those who are in marriage, they don't know what marriage is all about. So just bring the enlightenment and also helping them to make right decision. Because if we can save 10 girls from wrong marriage, if we can save 10 girls from invading people's home, do you know that is an impact even to the kingdom and to the destiny of this girl? So now these 10 girls, now we've empowered them. Now we send them out there. If you find a girl in campus in a relationship with a married man, give them your story. Bring them out, because you empower people to empower others. So that is where we are, and we are really trusting God for. If there's anyone who could want to support us, that is the burden we are having. Yeah, we have WhatsApp groups in the year 2022. It's there running. We do share our things. We do share the word of God. We do fellowship and all that.
If anyone wishes to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do so?
We have a Facebook page called Marriage Designed by God, but I'm still also in the process of putting things in the place. So it has not, so no many activities have been there. But on the Marriage Designed by God page on YouTube, the last video we did in April, we shared the whole service. It is there. And I'm telling you, out of that service, many people the emotional healing took place. Many people's, they longed for, but now because of funds, since that last year, April, I've not done another one. So now I'm planning to do another one in April. But I'm trusting God but we'll be in a place where I can be doing like 3 of them in a year. So I have 2 numbers. One is 0707 825 210. Another one is 07 010 88 5069. Yeah, and also I tell girls, instead of going for a married man, come we help you get a job, even if it's house help, because basically that's what I do. And maybe in your next episode we can share about it at my place of work. We help girls by getting house help job. I tell someone you'd rather work as a house help and get some money instead of sleeping idle in your house waiting for someone's husband to go and work and bring you some money at the expense of your destiny.
No matter how many years it took, as soon as Helen realized she was in the wrong place, she created a path for herself. She's walking this path with pride because from apologizing for her wrongdoings to standing up for herself, she's done it all.
So, you see, this is Elohim. Elohim is another name for God. We also call God Lion of Judah. And Jesus is our King, you know. So the reason I write here is because my life belongs to Elohim. He's the Lion of Judah. So because when I come here to sleep, you know, some battles people go through it. You battle with some things over the night. So I prayed about it and then I wrote it here so that I do what? I affirm these words in my verse, that he's Elohim. Even when I'm sleeping, he's Elohim. He's the Lion of Judah. If he's the lion, you know how people fear lion? Even in the jungle, the other animals, they do fear lion a lot. So my life belongs to this Elohim. My life belongs to the Lion of Judah. King Jesus is also my savior. So I've committed my life to this God. And yeah, I usually say it every day before I sleep. And those small stickers, you see, these are my children who write. Sometimes they stick, Mommy, love you, God, love you. They do some stickers there. They are also written here, I love you, Mommy. You know, sometimes they make mistakes and when I punish them, they write, I love you, Mommy. They have done so many things, even on my door, you'd be able to see. So I love saturating my room with the things of God because of him that I am who I am today.
Helen is learning about life, work, and the world systems, all with God's grace. It's her unwavering faith in God that keeps her moving forward. As humans, we always need something to hold on to. It doesn't make life easier, but it gives us the faith that one day all of this will pass and the sky will clear once again. I've done my part by bringing Helen's story to you. I know you'll take it from here. You'll give voice to her journey by sharing this video. This is not just another story, it's a powerful message for young girls everywhere. So do your part well. Remember to subscribe and share Helen's story with the world.